Application Designer allows us to upload several different image types, including JPEG, GIF, PNG, SVG, and a few more, but these are the most common image types. Think of it this way. The PeopleSoft user interface is rendered through a web browser. So if you can use the image format in a web page, then you can likely upload it through Application Designer. Returning to the Fluid Attributes page, the image prompt specifically restricts to just SVG. So why just SVG? Let's talk about image formats for just a minute, and specifically PNG, JPEG, and SVG. PNG and JPEG are both bitmapped or rasterized images. In summary, this means the file format stores a map of each pixel. Both formats use compression to reduce file size. PNG uses a pattern matching compression algorithm. It reduces the file size by compressing patterns and is therefore lossless. JPEG, on the other hand, is a lossy compression. Its algorithm reduces file size by basically just throwing out pixels. When re-rendering a JPEG, the computer guesses at what color to use to replace the discarded pixel. Each of these file formats has a purpose. With a photograph, the JPEG compression algorithm is perfect. A photograph captures light reflected from imperfect, real-life surfaces. Since every reflected pixel is a different color, our eyes can't generally detect small differences in color. Now apply that same compression algorithm to a computer-generated graphic. Computer graphics often include solid bands of color. If any color is out of place, we will visibly notice. When a computer-generated graphic is stored as a lossy JPEG, we can almost guarantee the computer will guess the wrong color when it renders the image. But since a computer-generated image is full of repeated patterns, it compresses incredibly well using the lossless PNG format. For comparison, let's consider a photograph saved as a PNG. A photograph will have almost no color patterns and therefore won't compress well. Photos saved as PNG images generate extremely large files. Now, the reason I'm explaining image file formats is because Application Designer's default is JPEG, which is perfect for photographs. But most of our fluid images are computer generated. So in this case, it is in our best interest to ignore the default. With all that said, on to SVG. Fluid tiles require SVG. Why SVG? SVG, or scalable vector graphics, are a lossless, computer-generated file format that is regenerated at runtime. Unlike a bitmapped image, which stores a pixel map, a vector graphic stores a math problem. The rendering engine, or in this case the web browser, can feed the math problem different coordinates, and the graphic will redraw itself perfectly within the requested boundaries. This is completely different from a bitmapped image. Bitmapped images don't scale well. If we ask a computer to scale up a bitmapped image, it has to guess to fill in pixels for the gaps. When scaling down, the computer would have to choose which pixels to throw away. This exact scenario would happen when switching from desktop to mobile, since PeopleSoft displays smaller images on mobile.